Hey guys, we decided to come back on for just a few minutes.
Few minutes, why not? Why not just wrap up the show? We can't just go...
We were premature in ending that conversation because we just had an awesome chat with Marie off air.
That's unbelievable to have that conversation off air. We should have just kept it rolling the whole time.
Her son is Rufus.
Rufus.
Tyrone and Rufus.
Rufus, but the band. How good is that? Why don't we share that on the air?
No, that's awesome.
Understand.
We're going to get him and her back in. I thought she was beautiful.
She was awesome.
What an energetic, total presence right there. You felt her presence and her just beautiful love. You could see that she's a walking example of what she teaches.
Exactly right.
Love
and
my
the
job.
reflection of that is look at the son now.
Oh.
And look at herself now, the success.
And so they were surprised that Rufus got to where they got to without a promoter? Was that it?
Purpose.
No, promoter. They didn't have a record
they didn't have a promoter, no.
They didn't have a record label, and they got to #1 album or something.
#1 album without a record label, that's huge, especially in this competitive world of music. So,
I mean, she's a walking example of everything that she spoke about.
Exactly right. Let's go on air, 5 minutes. What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do it.
So no sound bites.
No sound.
Ladies and gents, we're back on air. This is the Weekend Wellness Show. This is Liam Zoller, your host, and with my awesome co-host, Sheena Alexandra. We're back. We had a great conversation with our Marie Louise off air.
Oh
man, we had so many gold mines on air, and then we had,
That was a really great conversation because I was talking to Marie about, she at the end of our conversation, she was saying that your external world is a reflection of your internal world. And we talked a little bit about that, and that's when the whole discovery of Rufus as her son, we learned. And yeah, it was just nice to hear that the rise of him and the success that he's had in his band is a reflection of her.
Exactly
as
right.
As a mom and as a person, a teacher.
100%. And what I got from that little couple of minute conversation with her off air was that they were all striving for one common purpose.
So Rufus is a band, and they had a whole bunch of, how many people are in the band? Do you know?
I'm not too sure.
I don't know. Probably a handful of people are in the band. They all had a common vision of creating the
best music that they were proud of. Make the music they were proud of.
Yeah.
So then there were times where she was saying that they came off air. They came out of the studio and then wrote a song, and then it wasn't good. So then it wasn't aligned to their purpose. They'll go back out, and then she'd be in the background talking to Tyrone. Is that the son?
Yes.
Saying that what's your purpose?
Yeah.
And it's just so funny how it was bigger than them. And that's so interesting to see that when it's bigger than yourself, you become more disciplined for that purpose, not just disciplined on yourself.
Yeah.
You become disciplined in a higher power.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy.
And then kind of coming back to what we're talking about now, goals and setting goals. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they set a goal of becoming, #1 rock band or music.
Well, I asked that, and she said no. That wasn't the intention. Was not. I go, was that the goal to have the #1 album? She said no. Yeah. It was to have a purpose.
Just to be,
just
the
to
best,
create music.
Yeah, the best musicians they can be.
Exactly right. I want to chat about goals.
Yeah, let's.
I had a little theory that I've been working on about with goal setting. Yeah, so we always have SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic time frame. Yeah. What happens in the process of a goal though? Because everyone's so excited. I look at it with the PTs. We're teaching these PTs every week. We develop them. I'm with the personal trainers for 3 to 5 times a week, developing these guys, and they come in with this awesome attitude. And like, what's your goal? What's your SMART goal? And it's like 35 training sessions. How long do you want to achieve this in? Make it measurable. 2 or 3 months, and they get a month into the goal, and they get dissatisfied. Yeah, and they don't achieve what they want. What they want to achieve. And then what I've been telling them recently is a 5-step process. It's first of all, when you set a goal, you get excited. Yeah, when you're in it, you set your goal, whatever it may be. 35 training sessions. What's your goal that you have right now? You have any goals?
Not to eat carbs.
Not to eat carbs. Okay, it's a smaller goal. Whatever it may be, right? Yeah, in that process of a goal, you get excited. What comes after excitement? Because this is when
persistence?
Doubt. Do you not get doubtful?
Oh, like you're not going to reach the goal?
You're not going to reach the goal.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, what happens? This is what happens. People don't after they get doubtful. I know it sounds negative, but let's look at it from a self-awareness point of view. The next thing people go through is overwhelm. Mm-hmm. They get overwhelmed.
Because the goal is so big.
So big. 35 training sessions. I'm using that as an example. I want to get 35 clients. It's so big now. I don't know. And then what happens? The next thing goes uncertainty. I'm like, oh my God, I'm uncertain. Like I'm feeling like it's not going to happen. I'm doubting. And uncertainty and doubt are the same. So I'm going to link those two together.
Yes.
But the last thing that happens in the process of goal is what? You know?
Well, I want to say that's creating friction inside your mind, and it's inhibiting you from the action of doing your goal.
Yeah, one word: certainty. Alright, this is how I looked at it. Okay, if you're looking at the process of a goal, I'll paint the bigger picture. I want to do the 5 things, but I'll count it back to 4, which is you get excited about your SMART goal, then you get doubtful that it will happen because you're not on track. You might have had a bad day, and that's where people give up. And that's the problem with the SMART goal. People don't talk about the goal and the process of the goal. They talk about the excitement stage in setting the goal.
Yes.
When you're in the goal, then you get doubtful, right? Then when you get doubtful, you get overwhelmed. Well, you get first of all you get doubtful and uncertain, and then you get overwhelmed. But if you push through overwhelm, then you go back to certainty. You know, there's another level on top of this, though.
No.
What
Confidence. No. Once you reach the goal, then.
No, it's a confidence. Certainty is the confidence. Like, I know it's going to happen. Yeah. Right. Certainty is know it's going to happen. You know. But what happens is that you don't go through this process of a goal like excitement, doubt, overwhelm, certainty. What happens is people think it's I'm going to get excited, and then the next thing's doubtful, and then the next thing's overwhelmed, and then I'm going to get certain that it's going to happen. So all I've got to do is keep taking action. That's kind of correct, because you've got to keep taking action, like we just discussed with Marie. The problem is, right, that it doesn't happen in that order. It happens you go from excitement to certainty, back to overwhelm, back to doubtful, back to certainty, back to overwhelm, back to excitement, back to doubt, back to The message of it all, and that's what we're getting back there, is the action. Yeah. And going through the process and understanding that it is just a process. Yeah. No one talks about that.
Yeah, and the habit,
exactly,
the persistence.
Right.
That's the hardest part.
Exactly.
Of anything, changing a habit, reaching a goal, losing weight. Reaching a milestone, it's the slight edge. I read this book, The Slight Edge, and it's all those little decisions that you make on a regular basis that get you to your goal.
And what happens when you get doubtful? You don't get up in the morning, you don't set your daily agreement, you don't go into your daily agreement, what it may be, exercising or not eating carbs. Yeah. So then, because you get doubtful in yourself, you're listening to that mind, so then you go into overwhelm. Then that's when people stop and they go back to eating carbs. That's your goal. So you haven't gone through the 4th step, which is certainty. That's all you got to do, is just go to that next step. And then what I keep asking people in my trainers is, okay, where are you now? And they go, now they're becoming self-aware, because the subject today is self-awareness. They're becoming self-aware of where they're currently at right now, which is, I'm feeling overwhelmed. And I say to them, it's not about, I go, good, what's next? And they go, I think I'm going to go back in the process of excitement. Excellent. Now they come back to it, I'm excited. Awesome, what's next? I'm probably going to get doubtful tomorrow. All right, you're going to get doubtful. Let yourself be. Keep taking action on that goal, though.
So what kind of tools are you suggesting that are they aware that they're going through this process?
No.
Okay, so what do you think, like, for instance, I can do on a daily basis that will keep me from, running is a good one right now. I was telling you earlier that I'm out of my running routine. And what goes through my mind is, if I start today, I have a huge mountain ahead of myself. I may as well not start. I'm not conscious that this is uncertainty or whatever that step is. So what tool do you have for me on a daily basis that I can do to make sure that I'm in the flow of certainty?
Well, 2 things that pop up for me. I'm just using the things as a big example. Yeah. When I run the marathon, I was crap at running. I'm a terrible runner. That's what I told myself. What I did was I signed up for a marathon. Right. And I didn't even have the tools to get to running a marathon. I just signed up for a marathon. That's a bit far-fetched to a running goal. I'm not saying you have to do that. But when I signed up for that marathon, that's when things kicked into gear. Because I'm like, holy crap, I have to run the marathon. I've just paid my money, you know what I mean, to run the marathon. So what you're saying is like, yeah, you want to get better at running, but it's going back to that SMART goal, but also having that essence of competition with that goal, you know, to be able to compete with your former self. The reason why you haven't achieved a goal, one is you might not set the goal, two, it's not been big enough to have that little bit of an element of fear that shit's going to push me. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what's falling down a little bit. A purpose, like what they're saying. Rufus had a purpose of to be, you know, to create great music, and when that wasn't aligned to their purpose, they went back to the drawing board. For yourself with running, it's like, what's your purpose around running? Is it to run 10 kilometers in a row?
Yeah.
Then enter in a 10-kilometer race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then make that your purpose. And then when you make that your purpose, then every single day you've got to run. You've got to run up to that. You've got to run every day. You've got to make that your daily.
It's more like a daily habit. It becomes now a daily habit that I have to tick off and get my emotion out of the way. Any fear out of the way. Any uncertainty or laziness, get that out of the way. I just look at this daily habit and tick it off the box, almost like it's...
Yeah. Well, Stephen R. Covey, you know Stephen R. Covey? The Covey Matrix. He does the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Great book. There's a book that you can read, Sheena.
Yes.
We study it at Fitness First, the Covey Matrix. But anyway, that's a different thing. He says one of the habits is begin with the end in mind. It's everyone's going back the other way. Like, I'm going to set a goal to run. You want to set a goal to run? Awesome. But then what's the end? What's the end in mind? And then you work backwards from there. Like when we did that, we're talking about world records before. I did the world record, right? But what was my goal? You know, is it just to like every day? What would be my daily habit? The daily habit would be to see what the end result is first, and then work back from that. Like a week before, what was I doing a week before? What was I doing 2 weeks before? What was I doing 3 weeks before? 4 weeks before? And that's how I can set my daily habit up to serve something that's going to happen in the future. If it is running, then I strongly suggest it works every time. I got a client of mine years ago. She came up to me and goes, I want to lose 5 kilos. I go, where? Because she's a very, very thin girl. Where are you going to lose your 5 kilos? But I couldn't get it through to her. I go, well, okay, let's forget about the weight loss. What do you want to achieve? What are you looking to, what's the skill that you want to be improving? Like mine's gymnastics, not in a leotard. Maybe in a leotard. We'll see how that one goes. Maybe I do a show with my leotard. Anyway, what's a skill that you want to improve that you've got a limitation on? And she said running. I go, how far can you run right now? She goes, 100 meters. I go, how far would you like to run? I don't know, 5K. I go, okay, there's a City to Surf coming up in 3 weeks' time. She goes, that's 14. I go, that's 14 kilometers. She goes, I'm not doing 14 kilometers. I go, I'm booking you in that race right now.
Yeah.
I booked her in the race right now. In 3 weeks' time, she never run more than 100 meters before. She runs 14.5 kilometers in 3 weeks and loses 5 kilos.
Wow.
She wasn't focusing on the weight loss.
Yeah.
It's a bigger goal. It's a bigger purpose. That's why I think that what happens is when people want to lose weight, their goal is small. Like it is to the primary goal is the scales. Not the primary goal is whatever they can learn in the process. You know what I mean? Is there a skill that you could potentially learn? I don't know if that helped at all.
Yeah, it did. I was just thinking I need to be visualizing me on the first few steps of my run. Maybe that's my daily habit is visualizing me on the run.
So how long you want your daily habit to go for?
I think I'm going to do what you suggested. I'm going to book... this is how I got into running last time. I booked a marathon. A half marathon. And I just started running. And I had that goal in mind. And I think that's kind of where... I've kind of gotten to a point where my life is so busy in my work and in my business that I'm 100% focused on that area of my life. And all my goals are in that area of my life, but not in my physical. And I've always had a problem with balancing this out. Probably because I have ADD and I can't do more than one thing at once. But I think that this needs to be something a little bit more woven into my... my daily habits.
But I'm the same though. Like I haven't set a goal in a long time since the marathon. But now my goal is to do in the ring, like get on those rings, the rings, and do a muscle up. Like these muscle ups that they can do out there. It's so strict that you have to just go really slow and controlled. I'm lifting big weights. I can lift 100 kilos. You know, when you see the guys in the gym, and the Olympics when they're doing the powerlifting. So I can lift about 100 kilos. I don't know if I can do it now. I haven't done it in a while, but on a weight. But then I can't even lift my own body weight up into that position. So it's a different strength that it takes. So now that's my goal. That's my purpose, to do a ring muscle up. So I asked the girl last night in gymnastics, how long is it going to take? Because that's my own goal, ring muscle ups. She laughed on the phone and goes, it's probably going to take you 3 to 6 months. I go, all right, done, 3 to 6 months. That's my goal. 3 months, I'm going to do, minimum 3 months, I'm going to do a ring muscle up.
Wow.
You know? So I think it's just, when you put yourself out there for a particular purpose, then you get better at that purpose. That's all I'm saying. Whatever the purpose is, if it's small, if it's a 5K run, you've done a half marathon, why not make a goal to ski? If you enjoy running or you want to get better at that skill, why don't you go for the full marathon? Or do another half.
I think I'm going to do another half, actually. I
half.
love that we're having this chat right now. Because it's been like this ever since we started working together. Because I had the City to Surf. And I was in it. I remember for a whole few weeks, I was like, thank you so much for getting me into it. And I'm feeling awesome. But then life got in the way and business got in the way. And it's almost like I can't do two things at once. And so But
that's where your focus goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then at the same time, like, we need to, what Marie was saying before, we need to entwine our body into that physical goal. So, and physical and mental, it's just intertwined in one. What you're doing in your business, you're working your mindset a lot more, but then intertwining, not using your body.
Yeah, that's right.
So then when you learn kinesthetically, that's how I learn. So if you learn a skill, like I know this is going down a deep rabbit hole, won't go too long because we've only got a few minutes, but like that's why even when I try and learn guitar, like I learn guitar, you know what I mean? Because that's a skill, that intricate fine motor skill that you need to learn. But then when I was learning guitar, I was getting guitar lessons. That's when my business was thriving, because I was just so focused on not having to focus on business, and getting obsessed and getting addicted to the business. I can just escape from that and really work on the finer motor skills. It's the same with having a marathon running or having a purpose with a physical goal. When it almost distracts you from your business purpose. So when you come back to it, your business, it comes back to a fresh light. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
It's like,
and I'm happier when I'm running. That's the thing. I don't know why that happiness is not what gets me through the laziness. It's laziness.
I shared this story with you before.
Yeah.
All right, and I don't know if you remember this story. I interviewed a Buddhist monk. Malcolm Huxter. He was a Buddhist monk, clinical psychologist now. So we could get him on the show. Oh no, actually he's up in Lismore. But he's a Buddhist monk. That's what they did. They used to sit down and meditate 4 to 8 hours a day. He walks into schools now. He does similar things what Marie does. And he says to these kids, he goes, what do you enjoy doing? And one girl put up her hand and says, I love dancing. And then the other one put up their hand and they say, I love playing rugby league. Another one put up their hand and say, I love playing soccer. The other one put up their hand and you get my drift, right? So he says, that is meditation. He goes, you don't have to sit on a hill and hum and close your eyes to meditate. So running might be your form of meditation. Might not be necessarily the thing that, sitting on a rock and meditating because you're ADD. Maybe you need to learn kinesthetically. Maybe you need to run in order to meditate.
That's a very good point.
In order to get into your business.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
You're so deep that I get it.
I'm just
so you think me being physical and will
your physical being will help you in an outside of
and
the
I know
business.
this, Liam. I know this, but I don't know if it's. I just need to.
You need accountability.
Yeah, I do.
The 3 things that personal trainers are known for, and that's lacking. That's why people don't achieve a goal. Is accountability, direction, and support. You need all 3. Then I'll be here to support you. I'll be here to give you direction, and I'll give you the kick up the arse if you need to.
Yeah.
But it just needs to work on whether you're willing to go down that road.
Yeah.
Because if you're willing to go down the road, then you're going to be text messaging me or calling me every single day, ringing me at 5 minutes before, just while you're running or before running, and saying, I'm going for a run right now. See ya. Every day. That's accountability. If you need that, if you need someone to be held accountable, or just go find a running buddy.
Yeah,
that's going to help.
Well,
you
I'm in Jeff Jowett's Belly Busters.
Okay,
that
cool.
is, I am so grateful to know Jeff and to be part of this Belly Busters because they do keep you accountable and you know, yeah, it's just a fun group. But
anyway, I wanted to finish on the show on that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm very motivated, and I feel like I'm just gonna do it. Start.
Yeah, I'm doing the gymnastics thing.
I'm gonna text you when I start. I'm gonna say thank you.
Thank
for giving me that little
push.
Push.
When is that gonna happen?
Well, I can't do it today because I'm headed to Barora, but on Monday I'm gonna start.
Monday, what about tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow?
I've got my Emily all day.
For 24 hours in the day.
Emily, yeah.
Why can't you take her for a run with you?
That's a good point.
Wouldn't you be a good mentor to your lovely daughter by running with your daughter?
Oh my gosh.
Why is
that
Monday?
Would never happen.
Why is Monday?
Oh, because I have her until tomorrow night.
So she can't go for a run?
I don't think she would want to go for a run, but that's a very good.
Get her ass up! This is what my dad was good at. This is why I'm the way I am now, because my dad when I didn't want to run, he used to go, "Nah, you're going for a run."
Oh, so you were running when you were young?
I ran because I told you this story. I was a fat kid when I was 12 years old.
I hate that you say that.
What do you mean? I was
Makes
fat.
Me sad.
I was fat and I was poked and prodded. So my dad used to say, "Get out and run. That's how you're going to fix it." So I ran a kilometre. I ended up running a kilometre a day, and then I opened up my world into becoming a personal trainer myself. 6 years later. Are we all done?
Yeah, we're done.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Liam.
I really appreciate your time.
I really appreciate you.
Hopefully you enjoyed it out there, guys. I did click record, I hope.
I did.
I did click press play, so we are on air. So we're all good to go. We're all done anyway. Thank you so much.
Until next week.
Until next week. We've got a good show coming up next week. We've got a local Instagram, and she's a social media queen and got that element of mindfulness and personal training as well. Jen, not Jen Dugard, no.
We need to bring Jen back into this.
We're going to bring Jen back in anyway. So anyway, until next week, guys and girls, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, Sheena Alexandra.
Thank you, Leah.
Have a great week and a great weekend.